Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. I just finished working on these bonsai trees that we sell that you can order versus these three that are in my collector's gallery to show you that I do work on small bonsais and I do work on bonsai that are more finished and also to show you how to prune and work more mature trees. So with that in mind, then let me jump into that. Uh, this is a Catlin elm. Unlike most elm, this one has much smaller leaves and glossy, and it has one really interesting characteristic. That is, it is almost evergreen, at least in California, which makes a very nice all year round display. And the glossy leaves makes tiny glossy leaves. They reduce very nicely. Regular leaves can be this big, but look at how small the leaves is. It's like a little bit more than a quarter of an inch. That's really tiny. And so it grows very rapidly. It took time to develop that kind of a size of a trunk because it was grown in a very small bonsai pot. And if you want to grow a tree quicker, you grow them in a growing pot, and then then continue to clip it, and then do the final pruning. Then put in a bonsai pot. Then you have a bonsai with ramification and a thick trunk. So right now, if you look at this tree, there's not much of a well-defined apex. So I have two choices. Make this little guy the apex, or be really drastic. Look at that. It comes up like that, and this can be the apex, right? That's more or less keep the tree this way, and then this branch goes out. Or to be really drastic, I make this the apex. Well, yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to leave this branch alone. And I think I probably should not be too drastic and make it, when this is this tall and this goes away, that's a nice uncontrived design. So I would like this one to become the apex and cut this one off. Now you can see if this branch is this tall, you can see it's a nice tree. That's a little bit less contrived, right? Okay, so this would become the apex. So you have to go with a little bit of your vision, what you want the tree to become, and then work towards that. So I will now very quickly prune off all the excess. Actually, it's actually quite easy to cut off all of these. Now, again, I don't think I want this to be much longer because you want the bottom had a little bit more time to grow, so therefore it's a little bit longer rather than here, and I want it to be less dense so you can see the formation of the trunk. Elm is a very nice material. It probably doesn't, because there's so much poorly implemented bonsai out there, that it's not getting a good reputation, or they think of it as their ordinary bonsai material. It's a matter of a technique. A well-implemented elm like this is really incredibly valuable over time because it just shows the age and the twist, the ramification and the twisting due to the clipping. It's really quite beautiful. And each time I clip it, it will induce more ramification and a bit of a twist and turn to give it the look of the age. So old bonsai, small bonsai don't fetch a lot of money, but they really are worthwhile. They should cost a lot more because they should reflect the number of years that went into it, not the size. So I actually think some of the smaller bonsais are incredibly valuable. So I'll cut it off about here. So you want the branches to be coming down and form a triangle. The bottom one gets longer. And so that is a traditional design for good reason, because they observe the mature trees, that's how they grow. So the old custom, you should learn from them. They're not exactly right, but they're usually not wrong. You just have got to understand it and apply it appropriately. So people think that I am promoting Chinese methods. No, I actually learned from the Japanese masters, like a Japanese American master like John Naka, wonderful teacher that I learned the basics, then I modify it from there. You never take somebody's instruction for granted verbatim, because they doing it for their own reason, and your environment may not be necessarily be the same as theirs. Like this branch is a little bit weird. It's kind of growing up, so I'll cut it off, which is really painful to do, but you know, it looks a lot more natural. So the branch I cut off may look weird, but something will shoot out. So each time you do it with the, leave a little bit of option open. So like this branch was going, bumping to that, I cut it. Now I got all these branches coming out. I can cut it right here to make it go this way, right? To give it more interesting feature. Well, this is in the crutch, so I cut it. So this requires a little bit of attention. Like I said, this is going to be the apex, and this coming out is kind of blocking this view. So I actually should try to pull a little bit this way. I think that will make it look nice. I say I want this branch to go this way. So what I can do is to tie it here, and might as well do a little bit of wiring in the sense of a bending when I'm doing it. So I like to pull this one over to here, in the sense that I want it to be above this hole. So I don't know, I just tie it to one of the branches, whatever that would do the trick in terms of the angle. And then since I have that wire, must I do a little twisting. Okay, I'm done with this tree. So you can see this tree, this would be the apex, and it's going out in a triangle way. And when it fills out, it will look really nice and green and shapely. And that's the joy of a smaller bonsai. And I think elm really is one of the very, very best material. It's hardy, and the leaves reduce in size, and it's easy to grow because they're hardy. They don't die on you readily. In fact, in China, during the drought, you know, China is a very poor country for a very long time, even though it has the facade of being wealth, because there's a very big difference between the have and have-nots. During the drought, there's so little food to eat, but elm tree will survive, and people eat the bark and the leaves of elm to survive. It's really sad. But elm is a wonderful material. You can see this tree is good looking all around, and it's probably one between elm and salcova and pine. For common people, I think elm and salcova are the most common trees in China. In fact, I brought back a salcova from Shanghai, and a cutting of it is now growing to a 50 feet tall tree. So I love this small elm tree, Catlin elm. I hope you get one of our elm tree and start enjoying our tree, enjoying bonsai. It's a really great hobby, very relaxing, good for your health. Look, I'm healthy. That's really unfair hype, just like a lot of video now showing these muscular Tai Chi masters, absolutely BS, because Tai Chi is really about flexibility, and the rest of it came from their gym work, weights. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.